Greetings, fellow carbon-based life forms. I am Harold the Hair Bear, Jack of all. I am extremely excited about today's unboxing. This is my first RC ground vehicle since I was a child, and I can assure you they did not go 50 miles an hour back then. Now, let me get this out of the way. I ordered this from Banggood. It was my first experience with Banggood. The shipping took a few days longer than I expected, and the shipping information and customer service I received were somewhat lacking. Once it did arrive, it arrived very much as you see it. They did not pack it in a shipping box. They simply taped this box up, the retail box, slapped a label on it. I did peel that label off for privacy purposes. You can see when I took it off, it did rip the box a little bit, and it left some sticky tape goop on there. So I was a little bit disappointed by that. I'm all for saving the environment, but this was well over $300, and I was a little bit disappointed that it arrived, in a taped up retail box only. That said, we'll have to open it up, and hopefully nothing was damaged or anything like that. So with that out of the way, this is the JLB Racing 21101. This is the upgraded version of the Cheetah Truggy, 1/10 scale, four-wheel drive with a brushless motor. It is a 3670 2500 kV motor. By the way, this is not the most recent version of the Cheetah. The most recent version is the J3 Speed, which comes with an upgraded 3200, I believe it is, kV motor. It's basically the same. It's the same body style with a different paint job. It does have these nice gold wheels and bumpers, which I thought were actually very attractive. I don't really need the extra speed. One of the things I wasn't crazy about from some other reviews I had watched or read, the J3 version, some of the parts underneath in the undercarriage are actually of smaller diameter. I wasn't crazy about that, and I also like the fact that this version comes with all-terrain tires. The J3 Speed comes with street tires. I'm up in the mountains. Didn't think I would really get a lot of use or a lot of benefit from the extra speed. I intend to use this mostly for bashing, jumping, flipping, so I think I'll be very pleased with this. But there is another newer, faster version out there. I'll try to link both in the description box for you. Looking at a couple of details on the box. This still states that it comes with the brushless 80 amp speed controller, ESC, but they did include a sticker to let me know this is the newest version, or the upgraded version rather, with the 120 amp ESC. They talk about all metal gears, which is fantastic. If you have metal gears and plastic gears meshing, that's just a very good opportunity for the teeth on the plastic gears to shear, and you'll need to order parts and do more repairs. So I'm very pleased with the all metal gears. They mentioned an advanced radio system. When this was initially upgraded from the first version, the earliest version, they were shipping with a FlySky transmitter. From some recent unboxings I've seen, I'm not sure that's still the case. It appears to be more of a no-name, rather generic transmitter, but we'll have to take a look once we get it open. A few other details. It does come with a 4,000 milliamp hour, 11.1 volt 3-cell battery. It is capable of, you're capable of putting a 4-cell battery in there for even more speed. I haven't ordered that. I have seen some speed runs with it, and it definitely makes it even faster. This, with the setup it has, it is supposed to be capable of 80 to 100 kilometers per hour. For those of us in the US, that's 42 to 60 miles per hour. It does have oil-filled shocks, and they have a progressive dual spring system. Most of them only have one spring. We'll take a better look at that once we get it open. It has sealed tunable limited slip differentials. Again, I mentioned the all-terrain tires. It has bright LED lights on the front and back. So that said, I did cut through the tape because it was taking me a while to do so in my first take. I'm not one take Charlie here. But let's go ahead and open up the Cheetah, see how it arrived. Wow. Okay. So it doesn't look like we had any real damage from the shipping. The fact that it was shipped without a shipping box. Let's go ahead and see the best way to take it out of here. Actually, it feels like it'll come out this way. Okay, this is the transmitter. Pull that out and get a better look. By the way, this is the RTR version, ready to race. Comes with everything you need. I mentioned it comes with a battery, it comes with a charger, the vehicle itself, the transmitter. The only thing it does not come with that you'll need to add yourself are 4 AA batteries for this transmitter. Having a hard time getting it out of the... There we go. Now I will say it is fairly lightweight. Does seem to be pretty comfortable. It does have a nice foam grip on the tire, the steering wheel. Let's see, this is our on-off button. We have a little hatch to give us our various trims. We have steering, speed trim, a few other things that I'll have to go through the manual and make sure I'm familiar with. The batteries certainly go in here. So again, the transmitter feels pretty good in the hand, and I do like the nice foam grip. Let's see. Oh, it's beautiful. It's actually fairly heavy. Let's move this box out of the way and see what else is in there, and then we'll get more into the detail of the vehicle itself. Here we do have an instruction manual and some stickers. I should have brought one of my RC Sailor stickers. This is a good time to give a shout out to Nate, Abby, Amelia, and of course Popeye, the RC Sailors. They did not, I think they actually reviewed the first version of the Cheetah. They did not necessarily review this one, and I didn't purchase it specifically because of them. But if you haven't watched the RC Sailors YouTube channel, they do all things RC, very family friendly. Over the winter, where they had some bad weather, they unboxed and ran several different ground vehicles, truggies and other buggies and monster trucks, RC trucks. That's what got me interested in figuring I was going to have to purchase one for myself. I ended up with the Cheetah, as you see. Here is the balanced charger. Again, you can, with this one, you actually do 2-cell or 3-cell. So if you do upgrade to a 4-cell, you'd need a proper balanced charger for that 4-cell. This out of our way, and let's pop open the instructions just to take a quick look. And I mentioned some nice stickers you can put on as well. The instruction manual looks very, very detailed. It looks like it's going to tell you everything you need to know, not just to run and operate, but also to do repairs. There are some items that I know I need to order as far as repair parts. I did not have the exact model numbers and things on those parts when I ordered, which is why I did not order those spare parts yet. I found a version of this online, but it was scanned, and once you zoomed in, you really couldn't read these. So this is very, very detailed. What else do we have here? This again tells you about your steering trim, throttle trim, your dual rates on the steering. That's one of those other adjustments on the transmitter. Your throttle endpoints, binding your transmitter. Oh, and a new nice glossy little fact sheet. And we'll get those out of the way. I like how they paid a little attention to detail here and put these plastic bags, plastic covers over the tires. The tires, those are great. They're very squishy, rather. They have foam inside, I believe. Let's go ahead and take the rest of those off just so we can take a look at this thing. So far, it is just gorgeous. Really like it. Let's see here. Yeah, again, nice looking wheels and tires. You can see the shocks, there's quite a lot of give there, so it should be able to take a good bit of punishment, which I intend to give it. And let's see. On the exterior here, you do see the nice spoiler. Has a beautiful 2-wheel wheelie bar. This is one of the parts, or one of the areas where I believe we'll have some damage and some breakage eventually, so I will be ordering some spare parts for this. If we turn it over, see this beautiful aluminum plate that goes the entire length, to really give you a lot of extra strength. Now let's see here. We have to pop these pins off. I do not see where they included any extra pins or any extra parts for that matter in the package. I would say I will probably order a couple of these because most likely I will lose them eventually. Okay, once all 4 of those are removed, simply pop the top off. This is nice. It has a good bit of give. Good looking, aerodynamic. Now we get to the meat of it. This is our brushless ESC and transmitter, all the controls, the 2500 kVA motor right here. This is our on-off switch. And you see the antenna for the transmitter. And they've already packaged the battery in the compartment, although it needs to have the plastic removed and obviously will need to be charged. I mentioned this is a 4,000 milliamp hour, 11.1 volt, 3-cell battery. Most of the reviews and runs I've seen of it are getting at least 20 minutes or in the neighborhood of 20 minutes, depending on how hard you're running it. So I think that's quite good for a single battery system. You notice that when I took it out, it velcros in using these straps and appeared to be a very nice fit in there. We have more aluminum bracing all along the length of the interior. Now let's get a better look at those shocks. When I mentioned they have dual springs, if I take those apart, separate them, you can see there are 2 springs in there instead of just a single spring, and you can change those out and that way possibly, change the feel of the vehicle and how you like to drive it. I mentioned we have LEDs on the front. There are LEDs on the rear as well. The same shock system, aluminum shock mounts for the shocks. These do have a couple of different adjustments on top. I don't believe any on the bottom. A couple of the areas that I do believe I'll need to order some additional parts. These little screws, I've seen people do some really serious jumps with this, and those get bent or broken fairly easily, but that's good. It keeps it from bending and breaking the aluminum parts, and those screws should be relatively inexpensive and fairly easy to replace. I can just say I'm impressed. It is beautiful. I wish you could feel the weight. It is actually quite heavy. Really good, solid feel. Again, solid plastic parts. I mean, that tray is actually pretty solid itself, but with the aluminum spar, aluminum supports top and bottom, I think this thing should take some serious abuse. That's about all I have to say for now. I'm sure there are things that I'm missing. Once I am able to get it charged and we have a little bit better weather, I will try to get some videos. Probably won't do a real speed run, as I said. I'm up in the mountains, don't have any really good straightaways to do that. But we'll see how fast it is. We'll do some jumping with it and let you know, more of a verdict about the transmitter. But again, I am very impressed so far. Just first impressions from the unboxing. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to run it. So again, feel that. Again, this is the JLB 21101 upgraded Cheetah Truggy with the 120 amp ESC. I am Harold the Hair Bear, Jack of all. Until next time, peace.